everybody, welcome to another NAPM video. And I don't know if anybody watches the news. I really don't watch the news. Luckily, Reddit post just flagged up. Heard about this a long time ago, but President Trump has released a load of UFO files from the FBI, etc. And they are literally available to view. It's crazy. There is so much new videos, so many different things. So this is going to be a long line of videos of me going through things. Now, I have downloaded a couple of the files. Obviously, I'm trying to use AI to interrogate the files. My Llama edition still needs building, still needs a lot of work. So I did quickly run across ChatGPT. I downloaded the file and I uploaded it to ChatGPT, and I asked it to look for specific events that it could find, that it could pattern, or maybe just bring out as sightings. And on this file here on page, bear with me, 15, there is the first one here. And it was a find day cited by Mrs. Roberts, Little, in Chicago. It was reported that a little 632, so obviously that's their address. Basically, at 3:30 a.m. in 1947, on the 8th of the 8th, so that's 8th of August, and they saw a disc above the water at 3:30 a.m. No further inquiry contemplated. Now, I don't know how departments in America operated, but yeah, it just blows my mind that nothing was ever really looked into or asked or just anything, just this one report. So all I can think is short-staffed and overworked, literally. Every government department in the whole world. So yeah, this is just some of the stuff that I've been going through. But previously, for context, what I did do is I straight uploaded the file, didn't take a look, and I literally just asked it to run through different things that it could find out. Now, also, I did do a quick Google search on the side of this to find out if anything had been seen over the years in Lake Michigan, and there's quite a few. Like, so I asked ChatGPT literally that question, look up sightings from this, which is the 1947 one here. 26 for this. There's a lot. A lot stands out. There's so many. I could make this a full video, but there's quite a few there, as you can see. It's just crazy. So what I did do is my brain was like, okay, hang on. So there is quite a huge link between is this out of world? Is it the government, military, etc.? Nobody knows. I don't see it on the fence. I literally do think like there's so much evidence for this that it can't be not real. Like, as the old T-shirt says, I want to believe and stuff like that, and I want to believe as well, and that's what's inspired me to do most of these videos, because there's just so much evidence. It's nuts to think that it wouldn't exist. I don't see it on the fence, but the way I like to look at it is because, technically I'm an engineer, so I'm an electrician by trade, but I moved into engineering, like facilities engineering, stuff like that. When something breaks, I look at the whole thing as a part, the whole thing as a system and how it works. And when you get to know how something works, like an air handling unit, for instance, like, so if something's not working, so let's say, for instance, the air handling unit's not starting up and it keeps knocking out, then that could be the louver switch. So it's got a louvers on it, which open up, and you've got a start point and an end point, and if the switch isn't making, then it won't kick in the motors, etc., and stuff like that. So I'm looking for patterns. Obviously, I did ask if there's been any military bases near this area, and there is. Now, the problem is, geographically, I do not know Michigan. I'm from the UK, so geographically, like, we think Yorkshire's big, which, it made the Americans laugh hysterically, because it's not. Like, Michigan could be as big as Yorkshire, so I could be looking at somewhere in North Yorkshire to East Yorkshire to West. I just don't know. So it's hard to say that. Is it close? Isn't it close? So I would have to really dig deep down and pinpoint these on a map and see where everything is, and see if I could really, say if, does it point towards the military more or doesn't it? Now, the thing that I'm coming to is I'm going to start coming home every night after work, and I'm just going to literally go through these files because I literally just did start looking, and the amount of information on these files is just unreal. Like, there's so much. It's just, I could carry on forever. So what I'm going to do is going to pick a file up every day, or sorry, a page, and I'm just going to read through it, take notes and stuff like that. And I'm just going to keep releasing videos as and when I see something fit. I'm not just going to do a video on every file because that will be boring. But anything that comes, like out really obviously, like we can pinpoint with stuff that is well known, with well-known recorded incidents or anything like that. But this is just nuts. Like, it just never stops. Like, there's so much. It just carries on forever, which is amazing, and I can't wait. But it's like, the trouble is, you get stuck on one thing, and then you go down a few pages. That this is just referencing, there was something seen in the sky by pilots. Now, pilots train quite hard to do what they do, and it's a lot of training, and they have to be aware of what's around them at all times, including what's on the radar, etc., stuff like that. And if they see anything peculiar, they have to be aware of it so they don't crash into it, and etc. So a pilot, obviously, documenting something and reporting it is their job. They do it anyway naturally, to avoid collisions, etc. So if a pilot has seen something, great. But this wasn't just one pilot. There's quite a few that reported this. I need to go more into it, but I'm just giving a taste video out there for the minute. We'll go through it. This is just the maps, the aeronautical maps of everything around there at the time. It's a chart. Keep scrolling down. It's another one. Flying discs. Portland, San Francisco, and Seattle. Intelligence officers, field advised that in there. You see what I mean? It's just so much. Now, again, I will say I've dropped a link to where you can look at this yourself, but honestly, don't be shocked when I say this, but there is a lot. Like, look at that. There is 17 pages just alone. And that's a lot. And on each page, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a lot of documents. A lot. So I'm going to download every single one, put them onto my computer so they can't be removed, which I highly doubt if they've been released. I highly doubt that, Obviously, stuff is redacted as well because obviously people's names, etc., stuff like that. But yeah, this is just mental. So yeah. So we're going to do a bit of both. We're going to use a bit of AI and a bit of thing, but after just using ChatGPT to quickly scroll through that, and then literally me going onto the file and looking at all the stuff, like, it's literally, it's just skimmed the surface. Literally skimmed the surface. If you do use AI, please check it, double check it, because it hallucinates still in a lot of things. It is good, I'm not saying it's not, but just double check your sources. Nothing wrong, like I said, the OSINT, open source intelligence, this is the same thing. Comes in the same category because it is open source, and it's it's intelligence reports and etc. So just double check everything. Now, it is hard to literally read some people's handwriting, so you can do some good things with ChatGPT. You could copy and paste this into ChatGPT and ask it to write it out, but check, double check. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm going to start a massive series of videos on all this. It's probably a massively hot topic on YouTube at the minute, and yeah, just wanted to say thanks and everything else. Thanks to all the new subs that's joined recently. If you got this far, give us a like, sub. Obviously, put something in the comments box. What do you guys think about this? What have you found that's interesting and stuff like that? And let's make it an open community on all this, because it's about time all the stuff we talked about. There's so much evidence out there, and nobody says anything. It's just crazy. And if you kept up with the Pentagon stuff as well, where then the pilots, etc., and some really, really well qualified with high caliber people in the intelligence community coming out and saying under oath that they've seen things that they can't explain. Now, as we know, there is a branch of in the military that does test all this. Did or didn't they? I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.